Paopao. Underneath, Watkins, who's been quiet tonight, a big finish there.
A great decision by Paopao. Drop it off to the player who Angel Reese is guarding. You saw Angel Reese have to step away, so she didn't come close to picking up her fifth.
1 point South Carolina lead. This game has lived up to the hype.
It certainly has.
Van Lith with space, jitters, takes, can't hit. Here comes Paopao. Watkins pushes a pass out of bounds. LSU ball. 4:51 to go in the fourth. South Carolina a 65-64 lead on LSU. The Gamecocks, the lone remaining undefeated team in Division I. Williams, the freshman, back to Reese. Williams in the corner. You bet! Her first three of the night had missed her first seven, and South Carolina throws it away. I think Angel Reese either has a cramp or hurt her hamstring, pointing to the back of her leg and communicating to Kim Mulkey she needed a timeout.
Kim Mulkey said, I'm not taking you out, but I will take a timeout. I mean, it is so hot in here. These players are playing so hard, playing extended minutes, in particular, the main guns for LSU.
But a big moment here, Rebecca, because momentum all of a sudden had shifted to LSU. LSU ends up spending a timeout at a time when maybe South Carolina would have wanted to. And now LSU just has one timeout remaining.
Absolutely, equally as important. A close game like this, you want to have as many timeouts as possible for that last minute where you can use them to advance the basketball.
Let's send things over to Holly Rowe.
Well, this entire athletic training staff at LSU just sprang into action. Angel Reese rubbing out those thighs and hamstrings. They've got a Theragun on her. They've been giving her liquids, electrolyte gummies. Everybody, all hands on deck, trying to get Angel to stop cramping right now and keep her back in this ball game with 4:28 to play.
It's been a very clear difference when Angel Reese is on or off the floor. Since coming back in, LSU has taken the lead back. They have the basketball. Reese remains out there. 15 points, 8 rebounds, playing with those 4 fouls and giving this crowd a lot to dance about.
South Carolina had turnover trouble early in this game, but had seemed to correct it. But the last couple of possessions, the turnover bug has bitten them again.
Here's Van Lith. Morrow. A patient possession here from LSU. Williams got fouled on the floor. Watkins whistled for it. It will be Watkins' third.
Kayla Williams you have to respect because she can drive to the right side, pull up.
Van Lith throws it away on the inbound. Here comes Johnson, blurring into the front court, and that's number 5 on Reese. Angel Reese just picked up her 5th foul. And it's the second time a poor Hailey Van Lith pass has led to a Reese foul.
Reese absolutely 100% cannot pick up her 5th foul in that moment, in that situation. Just has to be a little bit more disciplined. But yes, it's the turnover that led to it in the first place. She thinks she can get her hand on the basketball. You absolutely cannot reach there.
Johnson hits the first. So now LSU have to try to get to the finish line without Angel Reese, as Johnson ties it at 67.
I've liked some of this action with Michaela Williams pitching to a post and then getting a running start to try to get the basketball back.
Here's the freshman Williams off to Morrow. Turning the corner. Tina the jumper. Del Rosario couldn't get the whistle. Cardoso, deep catch. And a travel on Cardoso as South Carolina turns it over. You mentioned it, Rebecca. Early in the game, South Carolina turned it over 3 times. First couple minutes they had settled down, but in this fourth, over the last few minutes, they've started to turn it over again.
3 in the last 4 or 5 possessions.
Here's Van Lith. Off to Williams. Tied at 67. Williams 3. Rims out. Williams supremely confident. Johnson the crossover, the kick. South Carolina's bench wanted Hall to take that 3.
She's been shooting the 3 ball really well this season.
She did not pull. Here's Paopao. Hall will take that one and hit. 49% on the season and none bigger than that delivery. South Carolina 3-point lead. Reese is fouled out. LSU has just 1 timeout remaining. Williams cups it up and off. Hall the rebound. An opportunity for South Carolina to make it a 2-possession lead.
I really
settles it down.
Yeah, I really like the patience she's been playing with the last couple possessions.
10 to shoot. Paopao. No. Van Lith the board. Here's Van Lith. Looking for help. Morrow gets it back. Van Lith. Coming! Timeout, South Carolina, as Angel Reese gives Hailey Van Lith a pep talk. Huge 3s for both teams. First Hall able to hit for South Carolina, and then Van Lith for LSU. And you can see how fired up Hailey Van Lith is.
And first of all, a great pass by Aneesah Morrow, losing her balance a bit. Van Lith just steps right into it confidently.
Well, one of the things that Angel Reese told Holly Rowe is, or Hailey Van Lith told Holly Rowe, is nobody encourages her to shoot more than Angel Reese. We saw that after the 3, saying, hey, you keep being aggressive. As you see what's at stake for both of these teams in a huge SEC matchup. South Carolina, the only remaining undefeated team this season. They're on a 27-game road winning streak. They have a 36-game regular season win streak against the SEC. 1:37 to go, and it's tied at 70. They changed that timeout from South Carolina to LSU. So LSU is now out of timeouts. Interesting decision from Kim Mulkey. Here's Paopao dumping it down in the corner. Hall, she got it. Another 3 for Bree Hall. South Carolina back up by 3. And LSU is out of timeouts. Here's Williams, back to Van Lith to tie. No. Rebound Cardoso and a foul against Del Rosario. That'll be the fourth team foul on LSU.
Bree Hall certainly quiet in the first half, no longer. A couple huge threes late in the fourth. LSU did not need a three there. They could certainly have played for two.
About a 20-second difference game in shot clock here, so LSU can play straight up D. Johnson letting it wind, and now Dawn Staley's going to take a timeout. With 36 on the game clock, 16 seconds. LSU has struggled when she has been on the bench. 16 on the shot clock, 36 seconds on the game clock. So LSU can play this straight up. Remember, the Tigers are out of timeouts.
Dawn wants to be within earshot in case she needs to call a timeout.
South Carolina still has 2 remaining. Here's Johnson, 8 to shoot. Johnson with 5 to shoot. Johnson on the attack. Johnson lays it in. Raven Johnson to the rescue. A 5-point South Carolina lead, their largest of the night.
You gotta go, LSU's gotta go.
Van Lith dishing out, Williams 3, no. Rebound Cardoso, and that should do it. Van Lith fouls Johnson, but South Carolina is going to escape victorious. An incredible crowd here at Baton Rouge. They were in their seats. This place completely full an hour before tip. And for much of this game, LSU controlled. But down the stretch, South Carolina made the plays they needed to, and the Gamecocks remain undefeated. They come into Louisiana and outslug LSU 76-70 the final. South Carolina snapping LSU's 29-game home winning streak.
South Carolina, different players making big plays in different moments. 5 players in double figures. Raven Johnson with a great drive near the end of the game. Bree Hall making huge threes. Kamilla Cardoso putting them in a position for those shots to matter. What a great team performance.